Hi, this is Barry Anderson from the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room. It is Wednesday, April the 15th. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, let's get to the first trade. The first trade, if you were in the room today, you know that this turned out to be just a fantastic trade for me. I don't know how many others may have taken this trade. It happened fairly quickly. This happened on a 15-minute opening range break. This is a strategy that is being developed now, and I'm sure is going to be part of the optimized channel within a couple of months. Right now, we're still kind of testing it, but I took the trade on this one. A couple of reasons I did. This is a biotech. Biotechs have been, the biotech sector is getting hot again. These are the sort of stocks that can have great runs, and this one absolutely did not disappoint me. The actual alert came in at, I think it was 55.16, and I was able to take the trade right here at 55.24. This line under here is where the alert came in. So I took the trade at 55.24, and when I sold a piece right here at 56.16. It wasn't quite a dollar, and I thought, okay, I did pretty well. But the best was yet to come. These are 5-minute candles, and look what happened. I mean, it popped up to 57.27, the high there, and then all the way up to 58.63. And as it came down, I sold at 58.31 for an over $3 share gain from my initial entry. And all this is in less than 20 minutes. So my day, in essence, I think this is probably around 10:10 or 10:05 or so. My day was basically done on profit like that right off the bat. Of course, I traded some more. I'm going to show you them, but nothing I didn't think was going to be able to compete with this. So again, a couple of reasons I got in, mainly a biotech stock. And I just had the feeling that because the sector was so hot, this was already up. I mean, this was already up when I got into it, but it just had that look, and it was over the whole number. Excuse me. So it gave me the confidence to take it. Sector over the whole number, and this 15 opening minute opening range break basically, I say, gave me the confidence to take the trade. So that was that one. Now the rest of them were kind of spotty, to be honest. WB. Um, Let me find WB, and why did I take it? This came from, one second. Hi, sorry about that. I had done kind of a reboot of Trade Ideas, so I had lost some of the information in my window, so I had to do a history and find out where it came from. Now, this came from, I've got a lot of optimized strategies now in this one window, and WB came there. Now, I missed VLTC. VLTC, I did take it later on, but you see, I got an alert, and this is Dan's strategy. This is the one that I said I would. Yeah, again, if you want this strategy, I'm more than happy to send it out to you. All you have to do is I'll show you the address at the end of this video. But this is one that I mentioned yesterday that if you wanted, you could have it. And I missed VLTC. I was so wrapped up in Sage that I missed VLTC. Just to show you where VLTC was triggered at 798 at 10 o'clock. So VLTC 798 at, so you see way down, like right here. And look at the run it had, and I missed it. Now another one triggered in FOMX, and that had a nice little run, which I missed also. That was at 10:07. Now WB came at 10:11, and again, these are opening 30-minute range breaks, and I ended up taking the trade basically almost at the top. The alert came at $15.14, so it would have been right around there, and I took the trade right there, and it basically didn't work. I got out at 15:07, and it's really done nothing for the rest of the day. Um, and I think what I showed people, there were 5 alerts from this strategy, or 4 alerts, I can't remember, and 2 of them would not have worked, this one and another one, but the first one that I showed you, VLTC, I mean, that would have way made up for any losses that you may have had. I mean, this is just a very manageable loss. So anyway, that's why I took that one. Now, the other one I took was DK. Now, DK came from, it's a little confusing, but Dan, this is an enhanced one, and probably about 3 weeks ago, we had given people another 30-day or 30-day, 30-minute, this one right there, the 30-minute, 45-minute start, etc. And it was working well, but I'm finding it's not working as well as this new enhanced one. So I'm probably going to I'm gonna have to run the odds maker on it to see what's going on, but I may just replace it with the new one. But I did decide to take DK. DK came from it at 39.99. Why I took it was that, I mean, here is okay. There is 39.99 is right up here. So I like the fact that it just popped through the whole number. And so I ended up taking the trade at $40.14, and it looked good. It actually looked good for a little bit. It got up to 40.35, and it looked like it was going to continue. And then it just basically kind of collapsed. And I got out just before it broke down through the whole number at 40.09. So I took a loss there. But look what happened afterwards. I mean, it just completely fell apart. And so I am probably not going to. I'm probably going to only use the new 30-minute optimized strategy and try to figure out, or at least run the odds maker and see what's going on with this. Maybe make a couple of tweaks to it to see if I can get it back running again. Now the next one, AMOT. Here's another one which I'm probably going to disregard for a while. This was my lifetime high alert. And I'd actually said yesterday that I was only going to look at lifetime high alerts that were up at least 3%. And this one fit the bill. I mean, it's still up 5% down here. So it was up, I think it was up about 7% when I actually received the alert. And it didn't look too bad. It was holding this, it was holding this area right here, popped through, and I took the trade right here at 39.20. And I actually don't have it marked here, but I exited at actually right around here at 39.09, just below that candle right there, 39.09, 39.08. Don't have it marked. That just didn't work, and I'm finding that the lifetimes are not as good. Again, this was never a strategy in which you just blindly take the trade when it breaks through the whole number and even above. Like I used to like to take it right around this level, maybe between 39 or 10 cents to 20 cents over the whole number. But to be honest, I'm finding that I on my optimized channel, this is, I'll call it my optimized channel, I'm getting way more interesting types of trades on this channel. So I'm just going to retire this one for a while and see what happens. I mean, if my optimized channel starts not working as well, I'll bring this one back and test it. But right now, I'm just going to get rid of it for a while. Now, the next one was a really, yeah, it was a tough one. Came on my best 10, CJES, and this is if you take a look why it came on, if you take a look at the daily chart, you can see it's had just a great rise. It's in the oil sector. Oil is finally looking like it's going to maintain that $50 level, and it's starting to juice up the entire sector. So that's why it made the best 10 list. And I took the trade right here. Let me get back to yeah, I took the trade as it was like right here, it was just underneath the whole number. And I actually said in the room that I would like to take the trade if it could break through the whole number, 16. So I took the trade at 16.05. And it got as high as 16.19. Nothing spectacular, but then it just kind of collapsed. And I thought I didn't, I just decided to get out of the trade at 16.05, basically at my buy. It went down below the whole number, and it looked like it was really going to give it up. See how here it popped back up and then down again on this tail, kind of held here, popped up, then down again, and now it is finally, doing what I obviously would have loved to see this action. My mouse, sorry, this action right here, but it was just way too choppy for me, so I decided just to exit the trade. So it was a little bit frustrating, but that's what happens sometimes. Now the last one, where I was telling you about VLTC and how I missed the original range break, and to my frustration, it popped almost $1 there. But I was watching it and continued to watch it, and on this little pullback action, I said in the room, It gone over $9. It looked like it was going to fly, but then it started to pull back, and it got down to almost back down to the whole number, $9. And I took the trade right here at 9:35, and a lot of us, well, I was actually thinking it almost hit $10. I got up to $9.90. I sold right here at 9.77. And then as I got actually kind of fortunate. It really came down quickly and I was able to get out the last bit at 9.47. And what are we now? We're still under $9 right now. So I'll have to see what happens on this one. I mean, this one again is a Carl Icahn excuse me, is in this one. He's got over 50% of the company that he made the announcement. If you don't know, let me just bring back the daily chart. And right here is when the announcement, that's the April 31st, or sorry, March 31st, when the announcement was made. And so this is what is really propelling this stock. But I mean, if you look at look at a quarterly on this, you can see that, I mean, it was up, I think it's been split a few times or reverse split a few times, but there's not a lot of resistance. Okay, so if you look, here's $82 up to $221. I'm not saying it's going to get up there, of course, but that's why this has really got no resistance, and people are probably just piling into it, mainly because of him, though, obviously, that he's taken a role in it. So I will continue to watch it tomorrow. If it can, especially if it can, excuse me, regain $10 or $9 and get a little bit of consistency or a base over $9, I will certainly watch it and see what happens. Now, the only other one, and let's see what it is doing. Yeah, SZYM. Now, this was one that I talked about yesterday as wanting to swing trade it, but it didn't close above $4 yesterday. It closed at, I think it was at 394, so I didn't bother, I didn't get into it. But this morning, it popped around. Let's take a look at the pre-market, and it was just sort of hovering around that $4 level. Here's where the market opened, right here. It got down to 390, 391, 384, but then it recovered. And this little action right here, and over $4, I decided to take the trade. So I actually got in the trade right here at $4.10 and really thought it was going to hold and just move up, and it did. I mean, $4.27, it made it up there, kind of chopped around here, but then all of a sudden we got this giant red candle, and then it tried to recover, but then on this next one, I thought, you know what, I'm getting out, and I got out for a loss, 406, just in case it just, really collapsed down through four, and then who knows where it would have gone. Now, it has rebounded, but right now, for me, it's just a little too choppy. Yeah, we have another hour left in the market. I think that if it can hold in this area without, going testing the $4 level, if it can just kind of hold in this area, maybe around 430 and just base, I may be induced again to swing it and see what happens tomorrow. Because again, if you look at the daily chart, and this is why I'm, even considering this. Let's take a look at the weekly because I think you'll see it a little bit better. This is what we're looking at. Here's the gap, 781. So, we still have, $3.50 or so before we to fill this sort of a gap. So that's why I'm, pretty gung ho on trying to figure out a way to get into this and maybe swinging it. I don't swing trade very often, but this certainly is compelling enough, and especially if you can hold $4 and see what happens tomorrow. So that's it. Again, Sage was the wonderful trade of the day for me, and hopefully I can find another one like that tomorrow. So let's just bring back the cover page. Here's how to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. And I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.